I mean, you certainly can bring it.
Well, here, Kristen.
Correct.
December.
December. After December. After we approve it at our meeting in December, it then gets, she sends it to the village and to the town.
Yeah.
We will.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, we have to, we do need to do a public hearing.
Yes, we'll be setting
a
that
date,
tonight for
yeah.
our next meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, and thank you for choosing free time.
Well, only a couple of weeks, that's all I could do.
Yeah.
If you are the host,
A car wash and
Charge
Pleasant
out.
Valley.
please wait, and you will be through the conference.
You know, and
We'll see you and stuff. I know each other together for a year.
Are you close?
I told him I'm in probably 20 minutes.
this is
30.
year. And then this is this proposed.
Yeah.
It's lovely music. Oh. And what? I think it's 7. It's all right. Roll. Go ahead. Okay. All right, welcome.
I can leave now.
The Pawling Joint Sewer Commission meeting. Can you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I'm just going to wait a second for her to come back. We had some technical difficulties with our YouTube, and so I just everything in case this doesn't work. Because I want the record. Okay.
We can go sit back there if you'd like. We can go sit back at the lunch table. So we don't have to be on the couch.
session.
Second.
I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing regarding fund balance policy.
I'll second that. This was recommended by Jess.
And that Danielle and Hannah had drafted. We had discussed it.
Right.
Questions regarding, I mean, basically it's for us to, you know, responsible for public funds and to adequately fund our services and facilities operations. It's that you maintain a healthy fund balance is between 25 and 35%. So it's setting, if you want to walk us through this, but.
Right, so the suggestion was 2 months. Actually, the 16.7. We elected to have the range of 25% under. So we'll give you excess beyond that 30%, and then it gives you shortfall to that 25%. Sign off on the policy as drafted. And this would be, you know, recommended.
Any questions or concerns? Well, public here, public hearing, and then we can move on to further discussion on it, and everyone feels that they want to do that. Being no public, I will make the motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
So now we're still policy. Hopefully, a chance to review the resolution, but it's accepting this policy that we've set up. Take out. All right.
Yeah.
Take a motion to approve the fund policy,
I'll second.
and then Christine call for us.
Chairperson Lori,
Aye.
Commissioner Berwiger. Commissioner is absent. Vice Chair Schmidt. Lezzo.
Aye.
Commissioner LaCow.
Aye.
Colleen Snow.
Aye.
My apologies, this is, I printed the wrong one. Commissioner McCarthy.
Thank you. A little confusing these days.
No, well, yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Okay. Everyone had to read the minutes.
Yes.
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, say
Aye.
and presented.
I'll make that motion.
All right. Make a motion to the October vouchers as presented. and the prepaid vouchers in the amount of $79,876.07. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to transfer $79,820 account to pay. I have a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Budget modification. Third page. Oh. Oh. For all these, like, where'd it go?
That's what attached.
But always on this end.
Nobody does. Used to.
The airline is short moving monies from these different lines to cover that expense. Is there any questions on the modification?
Nope. Fortunately, it's that time of year.
Yeah, it is. Motion to approve the budget modifications as,
I'll second.
any discussion? Favor say aye.
Aye.
With that. Okay. We have the quote for the EQ pumps, keep in stock. To put the EQ pump in. Or E1 pump. Okay. Duly noted. Okay. Oh, 85.
Out, which we for some reason you lost in the middle of the night on this unit. We haven't had a complaint since all the other unit over
Okay.
to there. So we do have a spare if we do go out. The pump does function, but the alarm will go off.
In an emergency, we could use that,
Yes.
is what you're saying.
One out. That,
Okay.
you know, have another one. We do have two that we can send out to look at. The problem is, you take a look at apart and they say, you know, you this and it's not really, you still have to for that circuit, unless we buy a pump from that particular, which usually waive that taken apart fee, so half dozen or the other.
So it looks in, if we send the other one.
Yes, no.
No, just sending it out. You're going to send it out.
Yeah.
That's the one that has the alarm issue, right?
So, a policy that I installed, or whatever you want to call it, is that I like to have not chasing our tails, come. So at least if working very hard, keeping our supply there. So, so I don't have an issue. I prefer to have one new pump for emergency case. So that would be my thought on that. Do you have any other concerns? All right, so I'll make a motion. Aye.
All right.
All right. Additional, okay.
It's just for people's knowledge.
So, we were adding to the escrow for VA, and then we found out why we were having trouble was the person had changed. We didn't have the contact information, so we just sent this letter out asking.
Well, that means.
No, yeah.
That's why I was like, what's going on?
Nobody was letting requests in, so that's just reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Quote for rotor and lobe replacement. Rich, remind me, either for lobes.
Yes. There are one unit, just go inside that unit, and basically, you don't need a new pump. You need old log pumps, and you put the new parts. These are made out of plastic. Tolerances are very close. Push the water through. We are having problems. We've talked to Brian. Too. We're chewing up the lobes themselves for some strange reason. These pumps are very important process because when we're pressing water, the water from the tank and then that gets to the plant. I believe last year we had an issue with the log pumps and it ended up costing the whatever it was. So it's a good idea that we do order these pumps and look into farther this problem. They, different materials for that pump have to look into. But yeah, I have pictures interested in seeing that of what it looks like.
So my only question is, should we wait to?
Yeah.
I gotta speak louder. Should we wait till Brian makes the determination on what other materials we can get? Or do you think we do these
I
now?
think we should just, what we need now, or of course, look different, you know, come up with it, so
Okay.
we don't chew that up.
Gotcha.
Brian?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it's something you can't, yeah.
He's trying to dead place.
all right.
Yes. He's looking into why, and hopefully we can change something in the near future, but for now, we.
Yeah.
So, I'll make a motion to purchase the lobes for $4,664.
Second that?
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, next, QuickBooks. So, I believe that you're saying either what version we have now is obsolete and we need to get a new version?
Yes.
Um,
So, just so that you, QuickBooks is getting rid of their desktop things, and they want everything. I don't agree with being online. I don't think it's online. Can use top version that they still have out there that we could purchase for $398.99, which is ours. We don't have to renew it every year. We'll get one report from, and hopefully.
So what are all these costs?
That's just addition, these are other ones, yeah, I'm looking. Yes,
And this is the one online, this is yours.
Yeah, it's a
correct,
desktop.
yeah, it's just a desktop.
Will this still work with, be able to still access it?
Yep.
Went over this, what we should do, and I don't like the online idea, and he didn't either. And we can do what we need to do with
Okay.
this.
For less money?
Yeah,
Yes.
imagine that,
Yeah.
that's my Christmas present.
purchase the QuickBooks for $398.
No second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Draft budget. So Christine worked very hard on this, and I sat down with Christine and see,
If anyone needs any explanation,
yeah, so you can see what we look like in '23. You'll see what we approved here, what we have done to date for as of four, and then we're looking at what we're proposing.
The proposed 25, is there, for the revenues, figured in on this?
no. That is,
No, because at this point, we're desperate to raise the, didn't
Want to put them
feel
in?
confident to put
Okay.
the numbers in there. So that was a choice that Christine and I made.
I think it's just important to bring it up during the
Yeah.
public hearing that we have that increase.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming.
yeah.
They don't-
I believe.
And they started getting more,
Mhm.
and then we put it on all the time after that, so it's been.
Any other questions regarding?
So this will be on file with Christine, correct?
Yep.
And hearing for our next meeting.
So that's December, what's the date? Was there any other comments or questions before we set
It is
it?
the 12th, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right, so I'm going to make a motion to set the public hearing for our next meeting, December 12th.
No second.
Sir, as you review it, if you have questions before the 12th, reach out to Christine or myself. Trunk line, grant, not good news. Do I have that?
No, there's nothing.
Oh, there's nothing.
I'm
Looking in my file here.
There isn't one.
So we were, even though we were the $1,000 to, decided we were over the project. Then they dangled the carrot at us of possibly an enhanced grant, which would give us another $500,000, but we had to do the that we submitted, then got denied.
Really?
Yeah, and so we're going to reach out.
Thing.
We were explanation as to why we were denied, and we were offered the qualified.
Okay.
You know, it worked in our favor.
That there was another
Yeah,
municipality.
there was a municipality up north that hardship, everything got denied to us, so I don't know what's going on.
But meanwhile, if you talk to the upper politicians, there's all this money out there for water and sure. But it's unfortunate. Yeah. Right line, I guess, I don't know. Try. We can find maybe possibly another source that we can.
The income survey that we completed, how long is that for, do we know? Can we use that for like the next year or two, or do we have to do?
Yeah. We should be able to use it for a year. water income survey last year.
Village.
Yeah, and then now we've done the sewer income survey. We should,
Exactly what the length is. It's multi-year.
well, that's great.
Time consuming, it's costly.
Yeah. Yep. So unfortunately,
Did we? We didn't. Budget. We didn't do this page. I don't know if anyone. Forget about it.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's the same. Well, mine.
there, so I proposed Christine to go up to no changes to the stipends. Sorry. Thank you for the reminder.
The wood, well, in there, the wood goes into that ground wet well, for the SPCA connection there.
Okay, so ASPCA, okay. You did talk to them, are they now that change?
They acknowledge they received it,
Okay,
and I assume they're getting the middle or, a submit. I guess the way.
the shed house, the last I knew, and we have not received the plan back. While we have you, Brian, any other hearing things?
The whole thing, I did in there
Yep.
on Tuesday to give us a quote, so that's no.
Okay,
We got it, get study, we're working.
oh,
Like anything, I know it's been very dry, so
yeah,
this is important report for this year, but hopefully we may have to use it for next year.
okay. Okay. Hannah, do you have any? Okay. Rich, you're up.
Everything at the plant's been fairly, like Brian said, the VFDs to come, so our mixers will work. He did maintenance at the plant, called a new door for the exhaust to blow out the bag, the wastewater comes to the building, because it's an enclosed building, so we installed a new motor, and that's working great. Also, cassette, Brian engineered for that. We had Rich come down and clean East Main Street. We were to Croton, cleaned that, and we did the main trunk line from Utter Brothers down to the railroad parking lot, and then we cleaned from Brothers across the street. That's a bad spot. Track, it's got it. Believe it or not, from the we cleaned it, so it was a good thing we did it now. This way we don't have to worry about it till hopefully spring.
We did clean it to camera.
Right. Water was supposed to come down and TV the lines for us. The remote camera decided to, so it was sent. Push camera we started to start TV the lines on this week. It wasn't going good as I was pushing it, because I have to get down in the middle to push the camera. Trying to pull it, stop. At this point, it quits. Brian did leave the camera down here. So if we get because safety thing, and then I didn't want his stock.
Yeah.
We have 2 lamps for H2, so we've been training them up to speed. On the 29th, I was level alarm and level alarm for aerated holding tanks. I just had to reset the VFDs and everything was good that. Everything else is normal. We had 0.1 inches of rain this. Wells need the water. Believe it or not, it's great for our plant because we're not processing, rainwater. But for our wells, that's about it.
Gallons that we're right now in as much a drought, what's the levels we're pumping?
It's on the second page of that report.
We're averaging 190,000. We good?
Quick question on Green Lawn.
Oh, okay. Green Lawn, we had, and unfortunately, in the alarm box was dead. Did not call out a hot. We called alarms out and they replaced the battery at that site. We need to, now the alarm equipment is automatic alarms equipment, not ours. Pictures and show Lori, Christine, the conditions of that alarm box where water was apparent. It wasn't a really